my name is Ashley Rice and welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay, you guys, we are going to be doing a vegan butter review, and for that I have brought on some non-vegan family to eat it with me. You guys can introduce yourselves. I mean, you know Lowell.
I'm Robin Rhyme. I'm Lowell's brother.
I'm Emily Rhyme. I'm attached to that one.
Yes. And for those of you who are new to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you would subscribe and click the little bell down below to receive notifications for my future videos. Also, I am doing this review as a part of my Going Vegan series that I just started on my channel a few months ago. Basically, throughout the month of March, I am challenging you, the viewers, to replace one item for something vegan, and this month it is going to be butter. So I'm getting all of you guys on to try this guy right there.
So the one we got for today is Miyoko'S European style cultured vegan butter. Made from plants. It's a cashew cream fermented with live cultures.
This is kind of like the bougie vegan brand, so this one is going to be a little bit more expensive than the regular one that people buy that is vegan, which is Earth Balance.
Yeah, this was about $6 for this guy over at Target or at the co-op. Earth Balance is like $4 for twice this much, so we're gonna figure out if it's worthwhile spending the extra money for it today.
It is also cholesterol-free, GMO-free, lactose-free, hormone-free, and cruelty-free. It does contain cashews and coconuts, so if you are allergic, you're gonna want to steer clear. 1 tablespoon is 1 serving size, and that is gonna be 90 calories, and basically everything else is 0 except for sodium, which is 65 milligrams.
And fat.
And fat, which is 8 grams. Thank you. So, you guys, tell me what you like about butter.
As an experienced butter licker, as of like 20 minutes ago. I usually use it more for baking. It's more of like a flavor thing or its consistency. Yeah, I don't know. It's always been like the staple that people use. And I've done a lot more like community recipes, and that's just what it's been listed. So my relationship with butter has been more like, I don't know, it's what's in the recipes I'm given, so yeah.
I've literally never thought about my relationship with butter before, but I like eating it.
Yeah, I'd like just bread and butter on its own a lot.
And I was a person who never really cared for butter. I kind of the same thing. Like, I put it in the recipe because it needed to be there, and that was about it. So that's why I brought on you guys, though, because these two here are from a foodie family, and so they care more about taste and texture and all those fun things.
I think we eat it now.
We do. One really cool thing is it comes in this giant little pack here.
Yeah, so
That's so cool.
it definitely looks like it's more meant to be like a spread or something like that. It's not like carefully measured off like a normal stick of butter. It's the European style, which is more like the fancy like sweet cream kind of butter that you can buy, or it's more equivalent to that fancy sweet cream kind of butter that you can buy at a, I don't know, upscale store. They also emphasize that it can melt, brown, bake, and spread phenomenally.
So we're going to test that out.
Yeah, they even had a brown butter mushroom recipe on their website to give people ideas, something to try out. All right, we just grabbed a take and bake French bread. We're going to have that as our little base for it. It is spreading really smoothly, it looks like. Yeah, it's got closer to that like sweet cream kind of consistency.
Oh, you are loading that bad boy on.
That's what I do.
Robin's like, I gotta make up.
Alrighty.
Are we clinking?
Yep, we're clinking.
Cheers.
Clink!
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, that is a lot like dairy butter, and it's got a lot of the same flavors that I think you'd want in a recipe. Like, you could very easily swap this out for it.
It's like borderline sweet.
That's it, yeah, sweet, and I was going to say like a creamy texture compared to what I remember butter having, or at least compared to like Earth Balance too.
It almost like melts a little more like butter, but it almost tastes a little bit like cream cheese or something eating it straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it melts super fast. Like, my bread is already, the top layer is getting like kind of soggy, which is fun. I like melty butter, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's what normal butter does on the slightly warm bread like what we've got. It starts to soak into it.
You know it's good when they go right back for slice 2.
Round 2, begin.
Yeah, I think they definitely got a lot of the flavor notes because our dad has occasionally gotten the like special sweet cream kind of butter and used it for special occasions, and I think this gets pretty close to that. I think the main thing that would be different flavor note wise is sometimes the dairy butter has like almost grass flavor notes a little bit. For like the grass-fed butter and everything.
This feels maybe a little lighter, too.
A bit smoother. I feel like regular butter has a little bit more, I don't know, grainy texture to it.
There's just maybe a real tiny little sour note edge right at the back of it, but it's so far back that it's not going to bother anybody.
Well, that's actually the part I like. But like with booch brewing and everything, I'm like, I can taste that little bit of cultured bit, and I'm like, yeah, that's better. I'm tasting the sour, like.
And I'm someone who really doesn't like that. I don't drink a lot of kombucha or any kind of that. Once it gets sour, vinegary, I don't like it, and this doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, and agreed.
Well, I'm glad it's an acceptable threshold, because I'm like, I would be more likely to eat this because there's the sour in there, and not the weird end notes of like butter. Because they do. Like, just regular butter if you eat it plain and it doesn't have something else with it. It just tastes weird.
I would definitely get this for like some of our date nights when we like just do like bread and like some spreads and stuff. I think this would be like a perfect acceptable level, but I wouldn't get this for like everyday stuff. It'd be more like special occasions.
Yeah. I feel like I'd want to try cooking with this at some point, see how that does. But for right now...
Silently... Just get it over with. Just go.
Ready to
Go. Our family does rice pudding. There's a video, Ashley can put a little link to it up above. We have a rice pudding recipe that we've used that we tried out with the Earth Balance butter and like coconut milk, but I don't want to try this stuff in it.
It's good stuff.
I mean, clearly, we're just going to...
Yeah, guys. It's like we already cut more of the bread along than we thought we'd need. We're like, no, half a loaf will be fine. Lies.
And for anyone who cares, this does not contain palm oil.
Honestly, though, yeah, this is...
Yeah, like I'm content to eat this all day.
I know. This is kind of our lunch now.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little while ago, Ashley and I had done just like basic Earth Balance on bread, similar to this as a date night thing.
This is way better though.
This is way better. It is more expensive, but for special occasions, or if it works especially well for certain recipes, like I'm curious about that.
Yeah.
Then I think it's worth the cost once in a while.
We're inserting this here because we thought we wanted to try cooking it a little bit. So let's see how it cooks in a white sauce?
Yeah,
White
basically
sauce.
like kind of Alfredo-y.
Okay, perfect. We're gonna go see.
And for this, basically, it's gonna take equal parts like of the butter, your butter substitute, and then flour. I've got the flour and salt and pepper kind of mixed together and ready to go. And then it'll take some milk and you cook it down. So I'm gonna get kind of 2 tablespoons of butter here. Yeah,
That's going,
it's melting okay. All right, so at this point, you're just adding in the flour. If you're careful about it, you won't get many clumps. Otherwise, you gotta break them up. And then, yeah, so we'll see. This is kind of like making a little roux or something. Just getting the flour and the butter all mixed together. And then for this kind of recipe, you don't really want to cook it down. Although some recipes you can cook it down. This actually kind of looks like it should. And then we're going to add like a cup of milk to it. And then it's just kind of cook it down. I probably should have done that a little faster, but that's okay. So it's getting a little more thickened and bubbly here. Probably could have popped in a little sooner, but it's getting there. Yeah, it looks like it's thickening up like it should.
Let's get saucy!
Dip dang to roux.
Too much dipping.
It tastes like white sauce.
Yeah, it worked really well, actually.
I can send the recipe to Ashley.
And I'll leave that in the description box if you're curious about making this for yourself too.
It's a good consistency. Like, it's not, I don't know, it just cooked right.
This, whatever the...
Miyoko'S?
Miyoko'S?
Okay.
Yeah, this thing. It seems to work just fine. Like, melts right, mixed with the flour, good for this recipe.
And like, if you're gonna test a butter, you might as well start off with a roux.
It's like the most basic butter-heavy sauce.
Yeah. We weren't kidding when we said this was gonna become lunch. Like,
Yeah,
This is straight up turning into a mukbang.
yeah.
This,
Congrats on making a butter we couldn't stop stuffing into our faces. Like, we were just... My mouth is too full to say anything.
Alrighty, and back to the original clip.
Back to your regularly scheduled program.
You should be able to find Miyoko'S in places like Whole Foods or some of your local co-ops. I don't think you're going to find it in like Targets or Walmarts or anything like that.
It was on Target's website, but that doesn't mean it's in every store.
However, I have heard that Target is really good with requests. If enough people request a certain item, they usually do start to carry it. So just rally all your friends together and just request it at your local Target, and hopefully it should get in there soon.
That's good to know. I'm like, Duluth people, can we make a request?
So that's it for today, you guys. Those are our thoughts. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about this as well. Have you tried the Miyoko'S butter yet? If you haven't, you definitely have to get it for like a special date night with yourself or with anyone else. It is just really, really yummy. But other than that, you guys, I would absolutely love it if you would subscribe and click the little bell down below to receive notifications for my future videos. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you liked these guys, give it a thumbs up.
Wait up.
And other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Anything else I should mention? Nope, I think we're good.
We're just having a moment over here.
You said date night. We
Oh, we need to leave is what we're getting told.
Oh, right. That's okay.